Good morning, folks. It's been a minute since I've posted a video or even really done a video. Been considerably busy around the house, around work lately. I have not taken really any time off from the store. I just haven't been out here creating content or really sorting cards because, again, one of the last videos I posted, I talked about how I have probably like 500,000 cards already sorted by sets. So I've been in the house organizing stuff, putting it up online, and then bringing it back out here and adding it to inventory. So because I've been doing that and not really paying attention to the sales, our sales have dipped quite a bit. I think I did 9 sales in the entire month of April, which I don't let that kind of stuff discourage me because I don't do this for just the sales numbers and stuff like that. But I will be honest and upfront with you that if you are going to do it to this level and this scale, don't always expect sales to be there. So because this is zero overhead for me, I don't mind not having sales for a few weeks. It can get to be a little annoying because you, you're adding, hundreds of thousands of cards and you cast in this big net and you think that the sales will just always be there, but sometimes they're not. I mean, you got a couple sets that come out in a month. Gas prices spiking up out of nowhere, really. You got all this political shit going on and stuff like that. So yeah, it impacts people's abilities to spend on their hobbies and stuff. So I'm pretty sure a big part of that was a result of poor sales, slow sales, kind of a poor performance. I have to say that in my 10 years, 12 years of doing this, that is probably the worst month I've ever had. But again, I don't let it discourage me. When I'm not out here packing cards and such, I'm usually in the house adding cards to organize. So we're at 532,000 cards now. I was going to do a video for the 500,000 card inventory upload. I was going to do like a big 500,000 card inventory video and stuff like that. And I decided just not to. I've been so busy just keeping up around the farm here and getting my barn all ready and keeping up with work and projects closing and new projects starting. I just really haven't focused on my store like I should. But now all that's out of the way, and I'm glad to kind of be back out here, really kind of focusing on the store. And part of what we're doing today and last weekend is we're cleaning out this whole area here that you see. It's like the door, for example, that rack over there, that's going to go away. All the air compressor, the 2-ton engine hoist, and as you can see, I've got a 7,000-pound car upright, a pair of uprights here. So that's kind of a preview of what we're going to be doing in this space. So I'm just organizing today, getting orders out. We got 6 orders. We'll talk about that in just a minute. But everything off the floor. There's a refrigerator right there, that white one. That's going to be gone. I got to check an electrical outlet I have on the back side of this wall. For some reason, it has been off since the day we bought this property. So I don't know. I didn't see any tripped breaker. So I have a feeling there's a loose hot or a loose neutral somewhere in the line of the daisy chain of the electrical connections out here. So I've got to move these refrigerators out, diagnose what's going on, because I didn't wire this place, so I don't know how everything is out here, or even in the office over here. So anyway, hopefully I can diagnose that this weekend, because there's a upright freezer right here and a drink refrigerator right there. I want to flip those around, get those into the office where I need them more often than not. Clear out this whole space right through here, largely because in my lift directions for this vehicle lift, it says I need about 15 feet from the nose to like the rear. And kind of where all this stuff is right along about the length of the vehicle towards the end. So that's a good 8 to 12 feet that I'll be able to clear up, get out of here. I'm moving that toolbox here today. The intent is I'm going to mount one of the uprights probably right here in the middle of this stud bay, so somewhere here, and the other one's going to go somewhere over here. I still got to run, I think it's 208 power to it, so that's 2 hot to neutral on the ground. I got to run that from the electrical panel, hard pipe that all the way over, or see if I can tap off, see if there's a couple extra circuits in the box up here or something like that, and measure those. And anyway, so I'll open up these. There's a pair of electrical boxes right here, and one is just a box by itself, no pipe out of it. So I'm hoping that might be 208 in that. If so, I can just pipe out of that, come right over, and bam, I'll be able to tap right into the lift power here, which you might be able to see. So I'll set a box on that, get these guys all installed, and one of the things I got to do is I got to get a custom 1/2 inch thick 3-foot plate. I'm going to stick underneath each foot, or each upright, I should say. I got to drill out the holes in it. It's 3/4 inch anchors. Let's see. Maybe I have some anchors with me. These feel like anchors. Yeah, so these are pretty beefy anchors. I think these are 4.5 inches long, 3/4 inch diameter. So I think each foot takes 5, is what I counted. And then the plate is going to take some. So I'm going to anchor the plate first, drill through all that, drill through the concrete, then mount these and get these uprights up and get it installed. I'm hoping here in the next 30 days or less, I'll have the uprights installed, the vehicle lift will be operational, and I'll be able to start building cars in here. And I'll have all the card stuff out of the way of this middle bay. I don't want to wait till I get a pad out here, out in front poured for the next barn. I'm kind of impatient. I want to get going now. And this concrete is strong enough and it is thick enough. And by adding that extra plate, it's going to make it a little safer and give it a little bit more, a better footing, and be able to spread that weight as you lift the vehicle. So super excited about getting that in here and getting it installed. And the nice thing is when you're all done, you can tuck the arms away and they'll sit like this and you just push it out of the way. And I'll be able to walk in here, do anything. I'll be able to back my truck in here with the trailer, offload card inventory, because it's not going to affect this side of the store over here. All that over here, it's not going to affect that at all. In fact, I'll probably end up putting up a plywood wall on the face of all this, just to kind of section that off. Certainly dust and debris that from, scuffing down frames and doing engine work and stuff like that, none of that kind of ends up laying on the surface of all those cards over there. So I am going to isolate it. I'll probably put a door in over here as well. So there's a metal door right here from where this place used to be a gun safe. So I got to take this gun safe door off. I don't really need it. It swings on the wrong side anyway. So I'm going to put that wooden door back on the outside there. So I'll be able to keep this door shut. Originally I didn't really want to lose this space for the store, but as you can see, I'm not really using it for the store. I really need this space back. I do way too much repair around the home and maintenance, so I really have to have this kind of operating as a shop. And by getting the lifts in here, I'll be able to have it operate as a shop, as a car garage temporarily. And I'll just put my other lift out there, and then I'll get a 4-post lift, and I'll install that out there as well, so I can lift up trucks. I can lift, if the truck is empty, the curb weight of that I think is like around 5,500 pounds, I think, something like that. 5,500 pounds. So I'll be able to lift my truck on this, change oils and stuff like that. So anyway, enough about the car stuff. I'm just super excited because that's truly my passion, is car stuff. I'll be able to just start building muscle cars and trucks very, very soon. Again, that's a kind of a second income for me, or not second, that'd be like probably a third or maybe even fourth income for me as I start building hot rods and flipping them and selling them, try to build 1 or 2 a year. So in the meantime, all the card stuff will still just kind of be taking place as well. Waiting till September for those Roca sifters to drop. I did get an email the other day saying that the September release is all sold out. Yeah, I didn't get my order in yet, so maybe October, November. I don't know. I don't know why they're not manufacturing more right now. Maybe they are, but I figure I'm just kind of hold steady and wait because I don't know how well those are going to work upon immediate release. I kind of wanted to wait like a month or two before I really get them. But in the meantime, I am going to continue using all my electronic robot sorters and everything to keep doing the work. And the idea was to take those sifters after everything's organized by set and in alphabetical order. I was going to take those sifters and sift through each letter. That way it scans, it identifies, and it's ready to upload, and then all I got to do is organize it. It's already in alphabetical order, so then I don't have to sit there and do that manual piece like I do up in the house every day. So I can wait a few more months. I'm not in a big hurry. It does not really impact me too much. What it does is it just buys back all my free time so I can do this kind of stuff. Work on cars, work on projects and stuff like that. So, yep, that's what I'm doing today. Just organizing the piss out of this place, taking that door off, putting that door on, and grabbing the inventory that's in the house, bringing it down here, organizing it by set out here. So we're going to pause the video and I'll show you what I'm talking about. All right, so we're back. So what I'm talking about was when I'm grabbing the sets and I'm bringing them in here, I'll usually set them up here on this shelf, or I'll set them right down low, kind of over here. But essentially, when I'm adding them, for some reason my printer isn't printing color on those labels for some reason, and I'm okay with it because in a way it lets me know how much I've added to the store. So as you can see, all the orange stuff is all the original kind of printings and organization, and then everything that's kind of grayed out now is all the stuff I've been adding over the last 5-6 months. So there's quite a bit. We've got Shadows over Innistrad, Ravnica Allegiance, we Married and Besieged. We have, let's see, there's so much. Theros Beyond Death, Murders of Karloff Manor, Duskmourn, Edge of Eternities, Ether Drift, Modern Horizons 3 Commander. There's more. So the stuff I have up in the house, Modern Horizons 1, Eternal Masters is another one we've been adding. I haven't added labels for this, but we got Dominaria was another set that we added a bunch to. Then we got Double Masters 2022 that's here that doesn't have any label yet, so I just got it sticking out just so I know that there's stuff there. And everything that's in the house that's ready to come out here for inventory is the M10, M11, M12, M13, M14. M15 is not in inventory yet. It's ready to be organized. And I have probably 2,000 to 2,500 cards from the list that's ready for inventory. The difficulty with the list is the set is so large that sitting there and manually doing it by hand is a pain in the ass. You've got to have some sort of scanner or quick list or something like that, or a Roca to really be effective at that. Otherwise, you're going to be sitting there all day long just putting in, 60 copies of, 60 unique cards labeled with an A, for example, and you got to go A through Z. So it's going to take forever to do the list. So I decided I'd just hold off on the list. I'll handle that one with the card robot or something like that, or maybe the scanner and quick list might be simpler for me. So in the meantime, I'm going to finish M15, then I'm going to move to M19, M20, and M21. I really want to get all my kind of core sets, even Magic Origins. Kind of want to get those buffed up. They got a lot of good cards in those sets, a lot of great uh, duplication of it. So for example, one of the orders I'm packing today is from M12. I think the customer bought 112 copies of Fling. So 112 copies of Fling at 10 cents a piece is what? $11.20, something like that. If my math is serving me well this morning. So it didn't even take me that long to sit there and count 112 copies of Fling and add it to inventory. Once the robot sorted everything for me, all I did was just count it, literally just count it, and boom, and put in the number. Count the next one, put in the number. So it was seconds to count Fling. So I think they end up being like a $40 order, and I think there's a little over 140 cards for that order, and most of it was Fling, which to me was great because it's a pretty good card. It sells quite a bit for me. I have never sold that many that many copies of Fling before, but apparently somebody had to have it, probably a store. So yeah, I've been adding and adding and adding, and like even here's Ravnica City of Guilds. So there's the second box for it. I just haven't had a chance to get the labels. I did run out of my labels. That was the other thing I meant to get when I was at Walmart, was more labels. The other thing I've added is Ixalan. So you can see Ixalan here. There's a bunch there. So I've been adding and adding and adding like crazy. I just haven't caught up with the labeling. Another one is Phyrexia All Will Be One. I did add some more to that recently too. So just because you don't see me out here making videos doesn't mean that I'm not working on the store. This is just the less glamorous side of it. So it's really hard to just keep coming out here and posting the same video of, oh, we made some growth this week, but it's so minimal that it's not even worth like really recording. So I'd rather just kind of do a couple videos where you see huge growth. So the last time I did this, I think I was at somewhere around 460, 470, maybe 475,000 cards. And now we're at 532, I think. We can go verify here in a minute when I go start that machine up and start getting cards pulled. But the other thing we've been back selling again now too, now that the sales have kind of picked up here this month, is the deck boxes and sleeves. So I haven't even had a chance to kind of really start organizing all this out again, but I've just left it in one box since we've moved, and I just picked through what I need. And here, once I'm not superbly busy doing everything around the ranch here and the barn and getting my auto lift all kind of squared up and squared away, is I'm going to start buying more of the card sleeve product, more of the deck box product, because I do sell it, and I sell it well when I'm flush with stock. Like right now, not so much, but I will pick that back up. I got to get new sets again. I haven't bought anything since, oh man, Edge of Eternities, I think was the last time I bought new stuff. And I think ACR, hold on, I'm trying to remember what ACR was for a set name. Oh yeah, Assassin's Creed. So it's been a minute since I've bought new stuff. We still have old stuff still to get up. I still have Yu-Gi-Oh to put up online. We're getting there. We're getting there. I mean, this is extremely taxing for one individual to do, and to price everything, to pull everything, to organize everything, and then to sort everything. And I haven't even turned the sorters on because I don't even have time to organize and sort and split sets out at the moment, because I have worked so far ahead that I kind of put myself in a position where I didn't have any more room to organize by sets. I had to now start listing the sets. And here I'll spin the camera around and you can kind of see there's more right over here that's already done. Here, we'll angle down a little bit maybe. Sorry. So yeah, as you can see, there's more right here. And these cards over here, this is IMA. That is, what is IMA? Is that Iconic Masters? Yes, it is. Iconic Masters. We've got Battle Bond. We've got Jumpstart 2022. We've got Modern Masters 2015 all organized. We've got Jumpstart. We've got Modern Masters 25. So, I mean, again, that's probably over 1,000 cards for each of those sets, except for Iconic Masters is probably only like a few hundred here. But anyway, I mean, I haven't even had time to get to this yet. But this is where the refrigerator and the upright freezer are going to sit. So as you can see, that's the outlet I'm trying to fix today. So, I mean, that's just some of it. Here, let me turn this so you can kind of see. See that big stack of cards right there? This is actually 2 stacks of cards, as you can see. And I forget how many boxes there are, but that is the last of the stuff that has to still be sorted by set. So once I'm caught up a little bit and I get these robots fired back up, we still got to strip down all those boxes and organize them by set. So there's still quite a chunk of work here. Now, I've been working on this for 2 years. 2 years. I've bought close to 2 million cards in that 1 year, I guess. So I've been 2 years working on 2 million cards, just to give you an idea. So those of you that want to jump in this and you think there's a bunch of money in this and whatnot, let's get this fixed. That's what you're up against. If you don't have staff and if you don't have robotics kind of working for you or any sort of automation, you're looking at years of work. And the amount of money that I've made in the 2 years does not even equate to the effort. So yeah, doesn't even equate to the effort yet. So what I'm hoping for, what I'm planning for is that after it's done, that's when I start making the money. After all that's up, it's organized, carts are being optimized, I'm hitting up there in the top 3, top 4, maybe in the top spot, because I have such a massive inventory and unique SKUs, so to speak. I don't know if I'm up there right now because I haven't really had time to kind of go through and just really start tweaking my prices. So I've been using mass price, creating those, I don't know what you call them. I don't know if they're macros or what, but basically you can go in and kind of tweak like uncommons, commons, lands, tokens. You can kind of break it all out, mythics, rares, all that, and you can set the market value. You can bump it up a little bit. You can have it ignore. So those rules, I guess, is what they're calling them. So I set those rules, and I set my shipping. I don't think I can do international shipping. I can't remember if there's a specific, like if you have to be direct or something like that, but or an actual brick and mortar store, certified brick and mortar store. I can't remember why, but for some reason it's grayed out. It won't let me hit it. But otherwise, I would try it because I wouldn't mind shipping to like Canada, UK, a few places, Australia. Maybe Venezuela, places like that I know cards will sell, Japan, stuff like that. So right now it's just US state sales, which I'm hoping to be able to change. So I'm going to have to do some research. Maybe some of you out there know, and you can just leave me a comment, let me know how I can get that international sales to be allowed. So we got quite a bit of work really here in the office too. I don't normally show this because it's kind of a mess, but here, I'm going to pause it. We're going to spin you around. All right, there you go. A rare look of behind the scenes at Renaissance Game Supply. So, as you can see, I've just got so much going on. I haven't had a chance to tidy up my power cords from my machines. This is my inventory station with the scanner and quick list and all that. And I mean, it's just buried. Got some electronics down here that I'm donating to my buddy's transmission shop. So he's giving me one of that lift. In fact, the lift that's sitting right in there, he gave that to me for my birthday, and I'm giving that back to him in return for his business. So we help each other out that way. Here's our stamps machine, which I still got to get that set up. I mean, I still got to get the mini split on the wall. So it's just there's so many projects right now going on. So I'm doing what I can, which is why, again, sales take a hit. But again, my main goal is not to like sell every single card that I have here. My main goal first is to get everything listed. Once everything's listed, organized, out of the way, and all my former workspaces are cleaned out, then I'll start working on sales. I'll start buying some of the newer stuff, splashing that in with some of the older stuff, and kind of really just spicing up the inventory. But for right now, to me, in my mind, this is a big chore, and until it's done and out of the way, I really don't want to add any more to it. I don't want to spend any more money on the store until I've got everything listed, everything organized, and everything packed out here, everything labeled, everything sorted alphabetically with letter tabs, and then I will have started working on this as well. And eventually that table is going to go away. That table is going to go away. We're going to have a rack on the back wall. We're going to start in the corner and work our way this way. And then eventually these machines here, these three sorters, they're going to be over there. And I'll rip out some of that racking along the wall over there, and I'll make space over there for all of this. So over here will be the sorting, here will be the inventory and the organization. And even like all the collectibles and autographs of like different musicians and stuff like that I have on the wall, all that's going to come down. It's going to come out of here as well, because this is primarily, I want this to just be storage of inventory only. And the other thing too is right through here, probably starting right about here, kind of working our way right down the middle, will be another row of cards. So we'll have them on the back wall, we'll have them on this wall, and eventually I'll put up a board going all the way down the wall here as well, and I'll actually bolt these racks to the wall so that they won't fall forward on us. And then through here as well, I'll probably have to put something on the roof or the ceiling going all the way down, the strap to the stud, that'll come down and catch the tops of these racks. So the one in the middle won't lean one way or the other, it'll actually stiffen it up. But yeah, this will be pretty sick when it's all done to have this kind of storage in this one small room. And then once I fill this room, my next goal would be to jump over to the other side and do the identical thing over there. So my plan is, my vision here is, as I get more automation, more sorters, sifters, things like that involved in this, I will have hopefully 25 million cards in inventory, maybe more. And if I've got to build another building, I will. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much where we're at. So if you don't see me, that's why. I'm just so inundated with projects at the moment that I can't really keep up with it. Now, I still kind of watch the card markets in the morning. I'll just kind of look if I've got 15 minutes, 20 minutes or whatnot as I get to work, or just before work. If I'm sitting in the car, I'll just jump on MTG stocks and see kind of what's gone up, what hasn't, what I have pulled out of inventory as like a collectible if it's starting to go up in value, like Caltrops and there's a bunch of other cards. I can't even think of all the names of them at the moment. So I've been kind of keeping an eye on them. Library of Ling, I noticed in the last few months, gone up a little bit. So I was pulling those for a while, just hanging on to them. Any of the reserve list cards from older sets, as I pull those, I hang on to those Claws of Gix. I noticed it's been kind of going up a little bit here and there, but yeah, just stuff like that. And then over in here, I've got all your different varying commander sets broken out up to about here. And then I think there's still some more down in here as well. So all of this stuff, as I split out all those boxes and organize them by sets, I take all the commander shit and I put it all up in here. And once I have a big block of it, I'll go ahead and organize it and add it to inventory. But the goal is that all this will get cleaned off eventually. All my commander stuff and special set stuff and master stuff will kind of be all over here. And I'm going to save this side for all your normal expansions and your core expansions. But yeah, eventually I'm going to have to, I don't know if I'm going to organize it by year or just organize it in alphabetical order. So, and I actually put like letter tabs up here on the ends of the aisles, like A and B, C, D, E, that kind of sort of thing, because organizing it this way by set is getting difficult, because if you add anything to it, then I have to just shift everything else to make room for it. Or I have to take the whole set out and put it over here into new boxes, because I'm adding that much inventory. And like M10, M11, M12, M13, M14, M15, I have all that kind of like right here. So I've got 4th edition. Now that 4 spares going that way. So I got 4th edition all the way to M15 right here. And I can tell you right now, the spare boxes that I have is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I've got 15 spare boxes on that whole row. M10, M11, and M12 will probably occupy all of that. So what I'll end up having to do is move 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th over here, 8th and 9th edition, and then I'll probably just start out with M10, M11, and M12. Then I'll have to move 13 and 14 and 15 down below, and then here's 19, 20, and 21. So that'll be kind of nice because it'll start catching up with those sets. But yeah, I'm going to have to shift it down because there's so much. And then all these little special sets over here, like your Iconic Masters, your Masters 25, Modern Masters, Eternal Masters, Dominaria Remastered, Modern Horizons that's in this. That stuff will have to come over here now. So I'm probably 30 days away from having to buy new card hotels for this side over here. And when I do, that's going to be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22 boxes I'm going to have to buy just to fill that rack up so that I can have room to pull those sets out, put them over here, and then add the expanded inventory to all of that area. I mean, you're talking a lot of sets that is about to come into this. Yeah, there's still so much. Hold on, we're gonna pause the video. I'm gonna take you over here again. All right, so we're back here, and what you don't really see is a lot of the stuff that was in the middle bay over here now just have kind of thrown over here until I can find a new home for it to kind of get it out of the way. But yeah, this is all the stuff that's sorted by sets that still have to go up and get it added to inventory. So as you can see, there's a lot of growth here. I mean, we're talking sets like Kaladesh, Rivals of Ixalan, War of the Spark, Theros Beyond Death again. There's more of that. Avacyn Restored, Battle for Zendikar, Theros, Hour of Devastation, Strixhaven, Gatecrash, Oath of the Gatewatch, Return to Ravnica, Mirrodin, Besieged, Throne of Eldraine, Streets of New Capenna. These here are like your dual decks. So I got some dual deck stuff here. Mirrodin, Besieged again. M14, even though I just did a bunch. I think that's all M14. I might take that back up to the house. No, it's kind of a mixed box. I see Origins in there. Yeah, I mean, then over here you've got your Crimson Vow, Throne of Eldraine, Unstable, Ikoria, what was that? Zendikar Rising. I mean, it's just so much. And each one of these probably holds 7,500 cards when they're full. And that back down here, you got some of your older sets. So I haven't even made it to the older inventory yet. I haven't even done any of the white border, and I haven't even done the foils. So this stash back up in here, some of this is foils, and some of this is baseball cards. But I think this is the foil stuff here, these 3 boxes. And there's probably more. We got more stuff over here that you can't see. Let's pause it and I'll turn it. All right, so here we go. Like here, this is all old school stuff. This still has to be sorted by set. This is Theros, Throne of Eldraine, Mirrodin, M19, 20, 20, 20, 19, 19, 21, Amonkhet, Conspiracy, more Ikoria, more special set stuff. And then down here is just more stuff that's all organized by set. Down here is not organized. And then down here is just some more stuff. I think from the last time I did a sort, I just took it out of the machine and just laid it on that. And I haven't even had a chance to put it away. And I think a lot of that's like your staple stuff and like some bulk rare and bulk mythics on that stack. And then right here is another table full of stuff. So as you can see, it's just so much to deal with. And unless you have like a whole open room with a bunch of tables, it's really hard to kind of stay on top of all this. You really have got to have a lot of space. And I have moved it and moved it and moved it and moved it so many times that I'm just kind of over that a little bit. But anyway, so that's what's going on. It just still organizing, still adding. Just it's not very glorious to look at. I feel like sometimes I'm falling behind, but I can't wait till those Roca sifters hit the market. I think that's going to help get me caught up and kind of get me ahead a little bit, because those do 1,200 cards per hour is what I've been told, and 1,200 cards per hour times 3 or 4 of those machines, that's, I mean, you can almost crank out a box an hour, and it would catch up in no time, especially if you get a printout or a CSV file of what the inventory was. So yeah, super excited. Anyway, I will probably do another video maybe next weekend. Thanks for watching.